Hey fellow targeted individuals, my last video cut off because I got a call, so I just kind of wanted to wrap up the how bizarre gang stalking is and how bizarre the electronic harassment is. One aspect that's really bizarre is that these people don't know you. Like, they're just kind of in this network where you're a targeted individual. They make up lies about you. They openly surveil you, but they had never met you before. Like, they had never met you before. You never did anything to them. They had to get stuff by openly, aggressively surveilling you in your house. To go ahead and start the electronic harassment, the gang stalking, electronic, the remote neural monitoring. So it's like this guy doesn't know me one bit. Like we only talked after he started torturing me. After he started torturing me every day for it was like 3 months before we even interacted. And he was like, the first thing, there was a cop there, and the first thing he said, he was like, well, I'm so old that I can't really hear high frequency sounds anymore. So he's saying a bunch of stuff where he knew, what was going on. He was doing it. But yeah, I just wanted to wrap up the video because I got a call, and they want it to be as bizarre and weird as possible. They want to be putting poison in your front yard when you drive up. They probably, I look at my dog sometimes and I wonder if they direct energy towards her and abuse her. I've seen cases where they actually abuse the animals, like they mutilate the pets of the victims. So that's bizarre and kind of serial killer type stuff. And I have I've watched interviews with Jeffrey Dahmer on 2020 and stuff like that. He has remorse. He's the worst killer in the history of mankind. Probably, he's one of them. He's one of the top 10, and he has remorse. Like a lot of serial killers have remorse, and these people, they don't seem to have remorse. So it's like in a lot of ways they're worse than serial killers, and they're bizarre. And it's like the reason they are worse than serial killers is because it's so passive. The technology is so passive, and they can get away with it. Behind a wall, they can just shoot you with an invisible, radiation kind of EMF gun. An invisible, radiation right to your head, so you can't see it. And it's like they have no remorse because they just act like it doesn't even exist. And that's bizarre. It's so bizarre. And they want it to be like that because it's like if I told anybody, like a lot of the people, they probably kind of controlled information in the neighborhood. But if I told somebody like all this stuff, they'd be like, no way. Microwave weapons, these people cruelly abusing you and ritually abusing you every day. The 24-hour aspect, I think that's the most bizarre. That's the most bizarre thing, that why people don't believe it, because there's a 24-hour a day aspect of where this guy, he is surveilling me actively in my house. He's surveilling me where I go. He's torturing me while he does this, and it's a 24-hour a day thing where he might switch out with the guy who hangs out with him, but then he puts his voice on a loop to just psychologically torture me and kind of psychologically rape me. It's bizarre. The whole thing has been very bizarre, where it's like it's based on something stupid, where some people had kind of a little tiff, and then it's turned into this huge bizarre circus of poison, and this guy is gonna try and run me around the city, like a human target. So they like that. That's it, and that's one aspect. They don't know me at all. Like, we met after they started torturing me because they just surveil you. They surveil you, and who knows what I've done in this house? I'm not a bad guy. I don't do tons of weird stuff. But who knows what set this guy off? Because people live differently. So it's like he actively, aggressively surveils me, and then gets mad at my private life and acts like I'm living it out in public. I mean, that's bizarre. I feel like at the end of all this, it's going to be like Fight Club, where he realizes that this is not his house, the house that I live in, because he thinks that. just bizarre. His desire to get me out of a private residence that has nothing to do with him, and it's not even touching his residence, that he can't even hear, see, or smell me unless he goes out of his way to. It's all bizarre, and that's what they try for. They try for the most bizarre stuff, the most treacherous, kind of cowardly things. That's what they want to do, because those are the things that are harder to believe when you tell people. So I just wanted to kind of wrap up that video. Pepper. They're hurting my dog too. She's kind of discombobulated. Where's your Pepper? That's another thing that's bizarre, and they deny that. You know, they are hurting my animal, probably more than me, because she's more sensitive to the EMF frequencies. But since he's doing stuff that's so bizarre, he'll just do it, and then he'll just negate it by just acting like, no, that didn't happen. You know, those kids weren't out on the street. No, it wouldn't hurt them. No, it wouldn't hurt his dog. You know, so they just kind of wash all that stuff away, all the bad stuff they're doing to the people and the animals around me, and then just focus on, you know, hurting me. And it's a bizarre aspect of it. It's like they're killing a lot of things and hurting a lot of things, and just denying it or blaming it all on me. You know, I think the guy is probably like, if we get this guy out of the neighborhood, you know, everything will be great. You know, and he's probably just blaming every bad aspect of everything he does, and instills hate in everybody. Probably just puts it on me, you know. But anyway, this concludes my gang stalking is very bizarre video, and why they want it the most bizarre. Because then if you go tell somebody, you look crazy. So if you're wondering why it's like, why'd you have to be so bizarre in your murder and your torture, and just not kind of be a little bit regular, that's why. Alright, more videos to come. This was a short one. Good. I'll do some little short ones and some long ones. But I will see you guys later. Alright, bye-bye.